Let's be honest. You are probably fantastic at what you do. Maybe you're a marketing genius, a brilliant consultant, or you create incredible products. But what about the money? Do you ever get that sinking feeling that you're trapped? Like you're working harder than you ever have in your life, but somehow you're actually falling behind financially? Well, you are not alone. And today, we're going to break down a system designed to fix that for good. This right here, this is a real quote from a business owner named Sarah. Now, on the outside, her marketing agency looked like a massive success. I mean, she had 15 clients, she was getting featured in industry journals, but behind the curtain, she was about 3 weeks away from declaring bankruptcy. She was drowning in debt and paying herself practically nothing. Her story, well, is the perfect place to start to understand this huge, common problem. It always starts like this, doesn't it? You're putting in these crazy hours, telling yourself it's just the hustle phase, right? You're building something. But pretty soon, that hustle phase turns into this. You're constantly chasing that next invoice just so you can cover last month's bills. It's a frantic cycle. And then, one day, you look up and realize the truth. You didn't build a business to create freedom. No, you built a new boss for yourself. And it's the worst boss you've ever had.
This whole cycle, this trap, it actually has a name. The business owner's prison. And here is the most important thing I want you to hear today. It is not a personal failure. You are not bad at business. You're just trapped inside a broken system that's been disguised as hustle culture.
And you know that feeling of constant stress? Well, there's a name for that too, financial Jenga. It's when you get a deposit from a new client and immediately use it to pay a bill from an old project. You're just pulling pieces from the bottom, hoping, praying the whole tower doesn't come crashing down. It is so stressful, it's totally unsustainable, and it is way too common. So why does this happen to so many smart, hardworking people? Well, it's because the way we're traditionally taught to think about money in our business, it's all built on a foundation of lies. And these lies, they build the walls of the prison. This is probably the biggest lie of them all. You log in, you see 25 grand sitting in your account, and you think, okay, we're doing all right. But that number, it's a liar. It's just a big, mixed-up soup of money that's already spoken for. That's your payroll, your taxes, your rent, your software bills. Making a spending decision based on that one number is like checking the gas gauge in your car to see if you can afford to buy a house. They're completely unrelated metrics. And here it is, the single biggest lie that holds the whole broken system together. We're taught from day one, sales minus expenses equals profit. That profit is a leftover, an accident, something you get if you're lucky at the end of the month. The boss system flips that entire idea on its head. Profit is not a leftover. Profit is a decision. It's a non-negotiable expense you pay from the very, very beginning. Okay, so what is the way out? What's the solution? It's called the boss system. And please, don't think of this as some complicated accounting theory. Think of it like a new operating system for your money. It's simple, it's practical, and it's designed to do two things: create clarity and force your business to be profitable. And BOS isn't just a catchy name. It actually stands for Business Owner Success Strategy. The whole idea is to reframe your thinking. You need to shift from being an employee of your business to being the boss of your business. The whole system is really built on these 4 core ideas. First, we're going to use bank accounts to create absolute clarity. Second, you're going to finally take ownership of your numbers instead of avoiding them. Third, we make profit systematic, not accidental. And finally, we build a financial structure that can actually grow with you instead of breaking you. But at the heart of it all is this one truly revolutionary idea. Pay yourself first. Not your software vendors, not your landlord, not even Uncle Sam. You. Your pay isn't what's left over. It is a primary, non-negotiable expense of the business, just like anything else. You get this one shift right, and trust me, everything changes. All right, so how do we actually do this? Let's get into the practical blueprint. The whole magic of this is just about creating separate buckets for your money so you can finally see the truth of what's really going on. So instead of that one big liar bank account, you're going to set up 5 simple ones. All your revenue, every penny, goes into the income account first. It's just a temporary holding tank. Then, on a set schedule, you allocate that money into the other 4 accounts. A little for profit, a slice for your owner's pay, some for tax, and whatever is left goes into operating expenses, or OPEX. And here's the kicker. That OPEX account is the only account you're allowed to spend from to run the business. If that account is empty, you can't spend. It's that simple. It forces discipline and gives you absolute clarity. Okay, let's make this super real. Let's say a client pays you an invoice for $10,000. In the old system, that just hits your bank account, and the chaos and confusion immediately begin. But with the boss system, that $10,000 is immediately given a job. Based on percentages you've already decided, it gets divided up. So in this example, $500 instantly goes to your profit account, $4,000 goes to your owner's pay account, $1,500 gets set aside for taxes, and the remaining $4,000 goes into OPEX. See? Instantly, you know exactly what that money is for. No guessing, no hoping, just clarity. Okay, I get it. This all sounds great, but maybe a little intimidating. How do I even start? Well, the absolute beauty of this system is that your first step is incredibly simple. It's designed to create an immediate psychological win. And let me be clear, you do not need to be a math whiz or a CPA to do this. This is not about complex spreadsheets. It's about building one tiny new habit, the habit of paying your business's profit first, even if you start ridiculously small. Here it is, your two-step escape plan from the business owner's prison. Step 1. Today, right now, go to your bank, you can do it online in 5 minutes, and open a new savings account. Name it Profit. That's it. Step 2. The very next time a client pays you, no matter how much it is, immediately transfer just 1% of that money into your new profit account. That's it. You're building the muscle. You're proving to yourself that it can be done. And if you're thinking, what can 1% really do? Well, let's circle back to Sarah, the woman who was on the verge of bankruptcy. She started with this exact system. 6 months after making that first tiny 1% allocation, she had almost $50,000 sitting in a profit account. She was paying herself a real salary, and she took her first real vacation in 4 years. This stuff works. So there you have it. We've seen the prison, we've exposed the lies that build its walls, and we've laid out the system that gives you a clear path to freedom. The system is proven. The only variable left in the equation is you. The system works. The real question is, will you work it?